Bobby Manning, Matt Gutierrez from the Carrier Dome. They don't like when I call it that, but I'm gonna keep doing it. It says it on the
The
court.
dome, the cathedral.
It's ridiculous. I mean, no one knows what to call it at this point because they scrap Carrier, but that's another video. We're here for Cornell, Syracuse. The Orange moved to 3-1. Schedule lightening up a little bit this week, but we love this game because Jimmy Boeheim, Buddy Boeheim, Jim Boeheim in the same house.
Julie Boeheim.
When you're writing, you got to do the first names. Julie Boeheim's there too. She was on the side of the presser, so it's the Battle of the Boeheims Part 3.
Part 2
Here.
with Buddy. Part 3 just Jim and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Undefeated is Jim Boeheim. Again today, despite Jimmy's best efforts, he had 25 in this one. He was sensational. And you did a little bit of digging into his past. Not always a good player.
No.
The big quote in the piece in The Athletic, Boeheim, you suck.
Yep. When he was little, Jimmy Boeheim was slow on his feet. He dealt with some asthma, which held him back a little bit. Between that and the name on his jersey, he faced some adversity as a kid. He didn't really shoot up until he got into late middle school, into high school. Now he's 6'8", but he was not a huge kid growing up. No scholarship offers out of high school, none. And he was the best player on the court tonight against a Syracuse team that, could be middle of the pack ACC. Pretty good for him. A lot of gradual improvement. Right where we're standing, corner 3, Jimmy with the left, splash, inside, back to the basket, assists, boards. He was the best player on the court tonight, probably the second best player behind Elijah overall.
Unlike, if this was me and Matt, that would be a block shot. But
Wow, we'll see about that.
Matt's had some good games on this court, but for the people who don't know,
Couple.
Jim has a son on his team, a son on Cornell, a daughter who plays college basketball as well.
Played.
She's done
no
now.
longer done, yep.
It's amazing what his children have been able to accomplish athletically. Coming from a family like that, you expect them to be into basketball, but how did kids get into basketball and get to this level, you think?
I think it starts with just their dad and going to all the games they went to. They were alive for the national championship. That was one of their first memories. The Final Fours, the NCAA tournaments, all the big games. So they were a part of that. The 6 OTs, they watched all that. They had the little hoop in what is now an office there that they would play against. Jimmy versus Buddy. Sometimes Sissy or Jamie would tag along. And just gradual improvement. Neither one of them was a top recruit until late. Buddy didn't get offers from Georgetown, Gonzaga, a few other D1s, some Ivies until late in the process. And same with Jimmy. Coach Boeheim, their dad, didn't make calls on their behalf or recruit them, go out of his way to do that.
It's crazy too. Jimmy's the leading scorer on Cornell. Not the best team in the world. They're 1-4 after this, not even close. But Buddy starting for Syracuse this year, and he's looked fantastic. He gets to the starting lineup last year when Tyus Battle gets hurt. He's flinging threes like crazy out here, hitting them at a pretty good mark. He looks like one of the key guys on this team, especially as a trailer and just as a half-court shooter too. He's been one of the steadier scorers on the team. Not lights out from 3 to start this year, but he's a consistent scorer for this team. And to have a Hall of Fame coach coaching this late in his career here, and then to have his son be that steady of a contributor, there's been a lot of amazing Jim Boeheim moments here. I think this is going to go down. Probably the top 3 moments is his son being this steady of a contributor for his team.
And we're still really early, right? I mean, you're saying top 3, that might happen. He's only a sophomore, beginning of his sophomore year. He's going to be a 4-year guy almost without question, right? So he's got a lot of time. And the improvement he's made from his senior year of high school to freshman year, worked through that early slump last season, remember, early in the season. Buddy started off poorly, then got hot as the season went on. This year he's a little shaky right now from 3, but he's doing other things, getting to the basket, rebounding, passing. That's helping him contribute well. And I think if he keeps improving in that way, he'll be, like you said, a heck of a player come his senior year.
It's amazing. No video on Saturday. Bucknell plays here. We're off to New York City next week when it gets real. Oklahoma
Barclays
State,
Center.
Penn State, other teams there. We'll see James Zuba there as well.
James will be in attendance, Upper East Side's finest.
Yep. So we'll get him involved then. For now, from Syracuse, Bobby Manning, Matt Gutierrez. See you next week.